Hello and welcome back everyone to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries run through of Mortal Kombat 9 story mode. And in this episode, we will be finishing off Johnny Cage's campaign with the fight against Kano. Whoosh! A good portion of the characters also happen to have similar but different executions for specific tools. If you're familiar with Dragon Ball FighterZ terminology, a lot of characters happen to have relatively heavy overheads, relatively slow and heavy overheads that they can then actually transition into other combos. Like, for example, as we'll get to see in this part, Sonya specifically has great overheads that transfer into either X-ray or other full damage combos. And yeah, the X-ray that I don't actually get to show off with Johnny is very specifically not a taunt. It's actually a counter move. It just looks like a taunt because I keep missing with it.
Gotcha. Taunts are supposed to actually intimidate.
Boink! That's another thing that I do a lot in this playthrough, honestly, is that I will close distance just to go for a throw, simply because the AI, at least on medium difficulty story mode, doesn't really have a good answer for throws somehow. I don't know why. Now, one of the big things that wasn't technically introduced in this game, but actually affects the combat quite a bit, is the presence of Street Fighter EX moves, where you can spend a portion of your meter down in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen in order to actually enhance your special moves. Johnny's enhanced special moves specifically either do slightly more damage or increase the combo chain.
Turns out he was their leader, giving us the runaround. A lot of our guys got killed because of him.
So that's not a costume? You're actual military?
Special forces.
Get out.
Get out of here.
Raiden called in the cavalry.
Raiden? No idea who you're talking about. Damn.
Oh, thank God, because I have no idea who I'm talking about either.
I appreciate your help, Cage.
Johnny.
But right now I've got things to take care of. My CO is locked up on this island somewhere. I have to find him.
Jax?
Yeah, Jax is here.
Sweet.
For the record, we don't get to play as Jax until MK2 starts, but yes, Jax is here. Really?
Damn it. Oh, I love Jax. Everybody is so fascinated with his cybernetic arms.
That's not actually his story here, mostly because he doesn't get them until MK3, and by then his chapter's over. But I actually really like playing as Jax simply because he hits relatively hard, but he doesn't sacrifice speed for it. Although a lot of his special moves are relatively slow.
Oh my God.
Hi, Jax.
What did he do to you?
Run, girl.
They did a couple fatalities. One of them might have even been a babality.
For the record, babalities are actually in this game. They are secret finishers that you can do in arcade mode. We won't get to see all that many fatalities. As a point of fact, I think we get to see a grand total of 1, and it's Liu Kang's fatality at the end of MK2. But hi, Sub-Zero.
Now you will death's cold race. Round 1, fight.
I am significantly better with Sonya than I am with Johnny Cage, but it takes me a little bit to remember what her combos and special moves are. Specifically, Sonya's leg grab special is like quite factually one of the best special attacks in the game. It's really fast.
Yeah, I saw that.
It technically count. It doesn't actually count as a throw on its own, but it allows for such significant damage follow-up from Cartwheel, which is another relatively fast special attack that she's got. That seriously, I'm not showing it off in this fight. Obviously, I'm actually doing relatively poorly in this fight. But like the easiest combo for me to pull off is Cartwheel and the leg grab, and I will get to show it off in later parts of Sonya's chapter.
Boom. Gotcha. Yeah, that leg grab is pretty fast, and its length is pretty long. And as if Sonya did not need any more help being sensualized, I actually forgot that she had the kiss of paralysis, that purple smoke attack.
Here is Sub-Zero's X-ray, where he actually freezes and crushes your liver and gives your skull a lot of fractures. For the record, yes. If we were following normal anatomy logic, these X-ray attacks would be fatal on literally every character in the game, with the exception of maybe Baraka.
Gotcha.
There we go. Cartwheel and the leg
Gotcha.
grab. Unfortunately, we missed the ender on our X-ray attack. Sonya's X-ray attack specifically is super easy to combo into because it's very fast on startup.
More and uppercut for the end.
You will find that uppercut specifically has got a lot of its advantages that it had in MK1 and 2.
No, not the final destination moment again.
Be the one who challenged Shang Tsung.
You want some too? Fine by me.
Yeah, this is a relatively poor excuse to have this particular fight. But they wanted to push Sonya into 4 fights, and honestly, for Mortal Kombat 1, her only real enemy is Kano. So, trying to push her into additional fights to flesh out her chapter makes sense. And we do get to understand a little bit more of what's going on with Raiden. So,
I am the protector of Earthrealm. I am the protector of Earthrealm. You will respect me.
he missed his X-ray attack.
See, I mean, you can. I mean, what I love about Mortal Kombat is, yeah, like the X-rays are very on point. That these characters inflict injuries on each other that no human being could possibly survive, regardless of where they come from. But they do, and they always come back. Let us kung fu fight. That's a nice little blip. Yeah, that's a blip.
He keeps teleporting around the arena.
It's alright. Okay, he didn't block that one.
He just decided to phase through it though with his air tackle. Raiden's air tackle is actually his
nice
best
reverse.
special move because it's got a very quick startup, and it grants him, although it doesn't grant him invincibility, it may as well because you have to have some pretty heavy
Gotcha.
knockdown in order to break him out of it. And that is Sonya's X-ray. Yes, 10 hits,
Little break your
32%
neck up here.
damage. I do love that Sonya X-ray.
Yeah, that's a good X-ray.
Shield your eyes.
What?
Shield your eyes.
Blinding spark. Sonya never pulls out that gadget in the story ever again.
You aided their escape.
You allowed them to escape.
They will not get far.
And now we come into one of the most disappointing / broken parts of the MK9 story. Not this moment in particular, but what this moment does to the rest of the campaign.
Affirmative. Almost home, soldier.
By order of Shang Tsung, no one leaves.
Hey, Cloud, that's 2 different fighters.
Out of my way.
What, you have to fight him at the
Yep.
same time? No, you just... Ah, shit.
So,
Well, I mean, you're not
Mortal
fighting
Kombat
him.
9
Right, so
actually
you gotta
has...
take out 2 health bars.
Well, no, we do not have 2 health bars. Here's the thing. Mortal Kombat 9 introduces a well, it doesn't introduce, but it solidifies a tag combat fighting system from Mortal Kombat from Marvel vs. Capcom 1. And to be perfectly honest, if you actually dive deep enough into the tag system is actually really goddamn fun to play with. The problem is in the story mode where we never get to play with it, and there are multiple fights where we have to fight 2-on-1. Just because I really like how Sonya controls doesn't mean that I'm ready for this kind of shit, especially this early on in the campaign.
Well, I mean, this is a bit of a difficulty spike. I mean, I thought that Raiden was supposed to be the first, major difficulty spike in the
Oh
game.
no!
Because, I mean,
A majority of the time, the one-on-one fights turn out to be jokes. But
so this is the game becoming more difficult. The only way it can is it's just forcing you to take out more health bars during the same round because boom, everybody's got full health now.
yeah. I wish I was good enough with Sonya to actually like this fight, honestly, because this is the first tag team fight, and it's honestly one of the harder of the tag team fights that we'll end up fighting. The hardest one will come in Mortal Kombat. No, at the end of Mortal Kombat. At the end of Mortal Kombat 1, we'll have to do a tag team fight that I specifically really hate. But
I can totally see how annoying this can get. Yeah.
Because the AI actually does know some of the optimal combo paths. It doesn't do them all that well, but it does know what they are.
Tag attacks.
Whereas I'm just keep trying to do the cartwheel leg grab combo because it's pretty much the only one that I have any experience with at this point. So.
Yeah, and you had mentioned that. Okay, so retrial and error, no problem. Just just try to assume, if you got 20 blood vials in your inventory, that means that if you only have 10 left, then half of your health is missing. And if the boss health bar is halfway depleted, and I haven't reached that point yet, then I'm doing pretty good. In this case, however, aggressive Mr. Gerdat needs to realize that sometimes the answer is to reduce damage instead of trying to get the first strike.
But the first strike is always the best strike.
Honestly, this is probably the moment where players should have begun appreciating blocking.
Blocking
Especially
at the very
because the
least
AI
throws, because throws are amazing.
Because I'm sure he would have noticed by now that the AI has been blocking quite a bit this whole time.
Mostly because I'm being way too aggressive, and I'm not capitalizing on my on the openings that they are giving me.
I mean, mind you, like, being overly aggressive is not a bad thing, except when you get hit and you open yourself up to a combo string, or you guess correctly as to what height you're supposed to be attacking at, because, you can block mid or you can block low. If they block mid, you hit low. If they block low, you hit high.
The computer is fast enough to respond to a majority of low attacks if you attempt to actually adopt that mindset. It's why I've never actually been it's why I've never actually put in all that much stock in blocking in fighting games against AI, because the AI is actually fast enough to respond to your switching tactics, and on higher difficulty settings it does so with such frequency that it doesn't feel as rewarding as playing the game super aggressively does.
Well, playing the game super aggressively is what some Dragon Ball fighter aficionados might call going ape.
Yeah.
Button mashing.
I'm not
giving a flip
here, though. I most certainly admit to going ape a bit, but I'm not button mashing. I know what I want. I know what I want to do. It's just that I'm not doing it right.
Woo! Oh, she's dead.
Oh no, she's not.
Well, I mean, she's practically dead. All you have to do is just get her one. Yeah, now she's down. Boom. All right, now don't we have a little situation here?
Yay!
Yeah. Well done, Mr. Gerdat. You have won against 2 opponents in a row. Kicked a lot of ass, fighter.
I'm fine.
Liar. After I get you to base, I'm coming back. Kano's still here somewhere.
Your obsession with him is gonna get you killed.
I trusted him.
Yeah.
We all did.
Yeah, Sonya. This Kano is not your fault.
Daddy screamed real good before he died.
Shut up, Pigma.
God damn it, Shang Tsung.
Was that Kano?
No. That was Shang Tsung that decided to blow up the helicopter.
You have a challenger, Kano.
Well, now I have a reason to hate you. And you brought along my least favorite person. Let us fight.
Alright, so Kano introduces the fact...
you got had.
Yeah, Kano introduces the fact that several characters, specifically Kano and Scorpion, happen to have air throws. And air throws in this game are definitely a thing that I wish I remembered that they existed, because they would help me when I'm playing through a Scorpion story specifically. Also, we get to play through, I think, a total of 1 bad guy story, and even in that bad guy story, we're not actually playing as bad guys for it. So he has EX first, and his EX actually has priority over mine, bastard.
Not my face.
But yeah, Kano's EX is really fucking brutal. We don't have legs anymore.
I mean, we don't, but we do. Sorry, we get filled with fight juice every single time one of us goes down all the way.
And that's
How
another
many
thing that I
times
dislike
did you-
about fighting AI Kano. AI Kano gets to do roll and air roll without button
Nice.
inputs, like a cheating dick.
Vengeance. Sweet. So, what I've observed so far is that what works is maybe try getting some space, or try countering him when he's trying to
for
manipulate his
arch kicks
position.
for almost the entire damn chapter, and I finally find it in the final
Nice.
fight.
Nice. Very cool.
Round
I will admit, though, that for me, fighting games are a lot more fun to watch than they are to play. I am no fucking good at
Oh,
fighting
I'm
games
no good at
all.
fighting games either, but I still actually like several particular titles. I like Mortal Kombat 10. I like Marvel vs. Capcom 1, and sorry, not Marvel vs. Capcom, but Marvel vs. Capcom vs. SNK. I like Capcom vs. SNK 1, and I also enjoy, when it comes to fighting games, I like Soul Blade.
Nice.
And there we go. We finally finished someone off with an X-ray. Bicycle kick, slam!
Yep.
And in the
no
next
rebuttal.
episode, we will move on to the next character's chapter. I forget who it is.
You're coming with me.